Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Timberborn Z. Aha! Yes, it's me. We're doing it back. We're back. We're doing things. Beavers are down here. They did wonderful things. We finally got this installed. That took a few minutes. I don't know why that's in the open position. Because I have it in the open position. That'd be why it's in the open position. So we're going to go ahead and close that. Oops. And we're going to check this out. So we've already got a couple of our beavers in here. They've already started blowing a little bit of this out. So that's pretty friggin' awesome, if I do say so myself. And it does help that we've got our wonderful maneuvering zipline beaver maneuver thing rocking and rolling. So that'll be fantastic. That'll be glorious. That'll be great. This is all in, so that is good. And we can actually probably start tearing this out some more, I guess. Yeah, we can tear all the rest of this out. So let's go ahead and we'll click on this button real quick, and we'll tear out a couple of these pieces, right? That's some lumber back. We're doing okay on lumber now that the majority of our problem has been dealt with, and that is good. And there is one thing that I wanted to share with you guys before we kick the episode off. Of course, we've got some more explosives to go, and we still have, well, at least 3 days left of the... Well, yeah, we have 3.5 days left of the temper cycle left, so this should fill up in its entirety. And I don't believe that I've paused these guys, so we're actually not hurting on water for once, so that's good. And I well, you guys saw that this got done, so this is cool. Now, this isn't that much in the way of water in the grand scheme of things, but that's a lot of water, if I do say so myself, you know? I do need to figure out a way to get this set up to allow for our sluice system to work instead of it just continually dumping out water. So if we look at this, it's going to close downstream depth of 0.85, but this is the downstream depth. So it would keep dumping water up because it's going to come down here and it's never going to actually fill this up. So we're going to have to do something like put another sluice gate there, put another sluice gate there, and set all those to probably point, what do we want? Probably 0.85 or something along those lines, so that it can be constantly feeding it to here, and we can even pump that out if we need to, push comes to shove. Or we can come up here and just put in a bunch of large water pumps and just pull the water out of here as long as we want. I don't anticipate this to ever reach max capacity. This is about 3 days worth of water, I believe, because I finally came over and I looked at it while we were doing the time lapse for the completion of this shenaniganry down here. So we shall see how that all pans out. And let's go ahead. Let's click these buttons. Let's go hit those explosions there too. And let's get the game rocking and rolling. Let's get a little explosion in to start the day off. And that's going to give us a lot more water storage. And that is always beautiful to see. And we can come in here. I did give them a tiny little suspension bridge to get that done. Whoa, 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 hey, guys. Whoa. Let's think about this, shall we? Let's pause that. Okay? Yeah. Let's pause that. We're gonna put a levee in front of that. Yeah. Yeah, that could have ended poorly. Okay, well, those are paused. They can come over here and they can put those in. That'll be good. That would have been absolutely terrible, just letting all of our water that we've been saving up here for a minute to just, well, become a problem for us. But sweet, we should get our notification in the next 6 to 9 seconds telling us that the drought is approaching, or the bad tide, one of the two. And it's a bad tide. Okay. Well, that stinks. Now, this should not be a problem. The bad tide is just going to feed through here into there and then go out here. All of our beavers are going to be out of the way for all of that, so that will not be an issue for our guys. Now, I do want to pull this down and check out how this is all going. It's going swimmingly. You love to see that. We'll let them continue to work their way through all of those, and that would be glorious. I don't know why they're not blowing these out, but they're going this way. That's very interesting. But it's moving. That's awesome. That is actually really freaking awesome how fast that they're putting all that in and actually wrecking all of this. So that is so weird. I don't understand. Maybe it's a priority thing? Yeah, it's probably a priority thing. Priority of laying, right? So this all went in first back here, right? Oh, wow. They actually blew that piece out right there. How did they reach that through the... Whatever. That's fine. Now, we probably will have to pause this over here so that we... And they actually were able to put... Yeah, they put a few pieces in there. That's fine. We'll pause those 3 because if we blast that, it's going to explode all over our beavers, and we don't want that. We don't want them covered in stinky doo-doo, poo-poo water. You know, that's never good for anybody. And now we get to see how well this works. Theoretically, this should work just fine. I do want to tear this out. This should just feed into here and go that way. And if anything does go up this way, then that's fine too. I do need to check to make sure that this is all set up. Let's pause the game. So you are closed below contamination of X, and you should also be closed below contamination. See, this is why we check things, okay? This is why we look and make sure that nothing's broken, okay? You see, this is why we do the things. That could have been bad. That would have just filled all this in with poop water. Wait, hold up. Why is the water going that way? Hello? Why are you closed? Close above contamination. Yeah, see, this is why we check things, okay? Okay. There we go. Now that should go back this way. Yeah. Yeah. I think. Now this will fill up back here because we didn't really... We could do something a bit more interesting than what we have it currently set up with. We could come in here and set a series of overhangs in here and put... have this feed up and into the overhangs and go out that way. Because this will fill in with bad tide or good water, because water, right? Water does water things. We could... Yeah, I think I have an idea. Yeah, let's think about that, because I don't want to waste this water. So let's not waste this water. Let's do this. And this. And this. No, I don't want to do that. That's ridiculous. Nope, we don't want to do that. No. Okay. There. Okay, so we're just going to come around this side right there. Do that. Over here, do that. The problem is I probably shouldn't have torn all of this stuff out. There's the bad tide. This should close, and all of this should just go out here, right? Right? This should have closed. Yes, it is closed now. And the same should have occurred over here. Yes, you are closed now. Now it's just bad tide that's going this way. Now that should continue to feed up to here. And it'll keep going until this is full. And then it'll backfill into here and it'll just feed out this way. And it's a short bad tide. What is this luck that I'm having? I'm down for it. I'm not going to complain about short droughts and short bad tides. That probably means that we should probably prepare for a a longer drought coming up here. So let's do something like that. Actually, 6. Yes, I do. I should plus this up because we are running out of... We are running out of science and quickly. So let's get that rectified. Let's get this in here. Probably continue going around. I kind of want to do something like that. But I am happy with how things are looking right now. Now that gives them plenty of stuff to work on. They can come over here and they can work on all that. I do need to give them access to crawl back along on top of this, which I already tore out. I did not think about coming back over here, but alas, we are. And so this is what I'm thinking about doing over here. Obviously, other than just getting over here, right? Is doing something like this. So we want to hit that button, and I want to go down here. And I want to do something like this. Let's see here. So I want something like that. Something like that. And is it in here? No, maybe like this. Maybe, I don't know actually. Hold the phone. I'm drawing a blank here. Let's go up. Okay, is that the right height? Okay, let's go back up to here. Let's click on this. Can I place this here? I can. And then we do something on top of here like that. Then we do something down here like this. And then on this side, this is where we put in another set of sluice gates, right? There. And that just... Yeah. So I want to click that button. I want to close below contamination of 1%. I think that's what we want to do there. And then we want to do something similar over here as well. So let's go ahead and we'll drop this down to there. We'll do the same deal like this and like that. And then do levees here. And then sluice gates here. And then I want levees on this side. Like this. And that's the top of that. Let's go up another level. So that is good there. I think we need to go one more back here. Nope, that's a double there. And then we go with levees on top of that, just like that. And that should prevent water from having to backfill and fill in this other side and us losing any water back there. Now that's going to take some time for us to get any of that accomplished. We won't really be able to reach a lot of that because reasons, right? Probably have to wait until a drought or the temperate cycle to roll back around again to get in there to clean all of that up. But that should, in theory, work. I'm trying to think of how we can get in there or down there and into that. Yeah, I'm not upset by any of this. This is all working as advertised. Just make sure that this is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It is. It's back flowing into here. That's all flowing down this way. That's going out this way. And then it's just pouring off the end. That is a lot of juice moving this way. We should be taking advantage of that. That is a lot of... God, there's so much bad water. We're not causing a problem anywhere, are we? I hope not. I think we're fine. Hopefully, allegedly, we're good. But now we got more water storage. We'll pump this out, fill these in, and that should get us prepared for the next go of things. I do want to check on power. See how this is all doing. Okay, maybe we come in here and start tearing some of this stuff out. Kind of want to work from this side back, but probably... Well, we can actually do that from this side since we're already back here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's work from this side back in. And that way we don't break any lines down, right? Now, I know that I wanted to put more cattail flour in here. Which means since I have cattail flour already going, I should probably find a place to produce our cattail crackers. But I don't, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and give this a plus up priority-wise. What are our guys building right now, actually? Let's see. Where are you at, Zacta? Pull it back down to 16 hours. You're asleep now. That's not very helpful to me. Where are you guys at? What are we doing? You guys are doing your nightly ritual. Okay, I'll allow that. You guys go hang out. You chill, you relax, get some rest in. I know you've been working your tails off quite literally all day. So they're probably working on this over here, honestly. Let's check this out. They put in the platforms for us. And then they have started putting this in. So that is good to see. Platforms are in. Levees are going in. So that is good. Yeah, beautiful, 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 beautiful. I love it. All right. We could, in theory, blast this down and have it just run this way, run off this way. That wouldn't be a bad thing to do, honestly. I don't dislike that idea. Is that excessive? I think that might be a tad bit excessive, so we're not going to do that. Okay, cool. Let's think about doing this over here. So this is something that I did mention earlier, so we're going to go ahead and work our way back here. Miss every single position where I wanted the stairs to go. And finally, get them in the right spot there. You are not connected to anything because I took the stairs out. There we go. That's connected now. Now they can come over here and do that. Let's go back here. Now, I want to do sluice gates here. And then sluice gates here. And then we could probably put in a lumberjack flag right here. Or right here. That works too. Lumberjack flag right here. Then mark all this for choppage. And once we get all this in, we can start doing food stuff over there, actually. I'm not opposed to that idea at all, actually. Or more lumber. We just have to... So this will stay full, right? This will feed water into this little pocket. This will feed water into this pocket. This will feed water into this pocket. And this will feed water into this pocket, right? And we don't even need to use this side as an open close anymore. We can set this as a close above downstream depth of 0.75, and we can even turn that portion off. So that will continue to feed into here as long as there's a need for it, right? At least that's the idea. And as all of this goes in, it should have... Okay. Can they reach you? They can. They should be able to reach both sides without any consternation. Sweet. Let's give this a plus up priority-wise, just so they can come over here and clean some of this up, and that'll be good. We should think about getting in another zip line on this side. That's already capped out as far as the max capacity is concerned, but I don't think we need to go down here anymore. Do we have a need to go down here anymore? To clean up all of these planks. Okay, building needs water. Okay, I was concerned there for half of a second. It was like, why is somebody sick? But nope, we just have 2 injured beavers. That's not acceptable, but it's a little bit better than having somebody actively sick. Awesome. We have a good storage of sparkly planks moving about. We're doing pretty good. Water's capped out at 7.2K. We've got a max capacity of 7.8, which is a pretty good amount, and I'm happy to see that. And we could even expand that even more by doing something like this and grabbing this button and doing something like that. If we went like this and then like this and then like this, not that one, like this one, and then we go like that. And then we go triple right here and right here. We could put even more water storage up here. And I love water storage, so we're going to do that. Water storage for all of my friends. Now the question is, do we have enough material to do that? Not really. We're running out of scrap metal. Okay. So that's a concern. That is a concern. How are we doing on this? This is too far from district to reach because that is not connected, and now they can come over here and do that. Let's see. How do we help out with that? So we need gears, treated planks, and metal blocks. Let's do that. One. Okay. And then we do metal blocks, which we're running low on, actually. Hold up. Hold up. Metal blocks. I didn't pause you, right? No, you're not paused. Need 200 metal blocks. That's 45 pieces. That's 9 pieces there. More scrap over here. Okay. That's done. That's cool. Get over here and get this lumber. Okay, we need... I want to get up here. So I think what we could do is remove that connection. And then I don't want to actually tear this down. I'm not going to tear that apart. That is access to all that up there. But I do want to get over here. We're going to put... Oh, this requires metal blocks too. We're going to... Okay, hold up. Okay, so let's reconnect that. Let's grab that. Let's go here. Go there. And then we want... That's that. And then we grab this. Push. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. That is that all connected. We can come over here and we can gain access to all of this metal over here. And then when we have a few pieces of scrap floating about, we can actually put in another zipline station right here to make their lives that much easier. Because we've got 180 pieces of scrap here that needs to be processed. Okay. So priority is what? To have a consistent source of scrap metal, we need this done. Go ahead and give this a priority bump. Let's hit obtain for the metal blocks. Let's hit this button. We need that set for gears. Obtain, and then we need another one set for sparkly planks, and that needs to be set up to obtain as well. Let's give both of these a priority, or all of these a priority, so that they can get done sooner rather than later, and hit that priority button for our beavers to, our haulers to know that they do the hauling thing. That'll be great. Prioritize that one. And then this last one needs to be slapped once or twice, and then we'll have our sparkly planks be able to start moving over here. I think we can probably pause you two since we're full for now. And rip that path out. Once this is in, we can have a perpetual source of bad water without having to be too concerned about bad water pumps and droughts and so on, because we'll have a consistent source in perpetuity. Now, unlike the Iron Teeth, we won't have a perpetual source of power, but we'll have a perpetual source of bad tide, which I wish that we could actually convert that to some sort of power for our iron, or for our words. Can you guys finish that? That'd be great. Actually, just come over here and finish that. Just smack it once. And you guys could smack those two. Just get this done. You had one job. One job. Smack the things to finish them, all right? Okay? So let's go. So close above downstream depth of 0.85. You close down at 0.85. And you close at 0.75, sure. Where did all this water go? That's fine. Okay. Man, that is so much bad tide running through there. That is absolutely insane, actually. Okay. So we might have an issue getting into there. We might have an issue getting into there at all, actually. That stinks. I don't want to have to wait for the temperature. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, we'll have to figure that out when it's not a bad tide. I think. Maybe, hopefully. I'm Ron Burgundy. I really need to get over that joke. That joke is like 15,000 years old. How is this coming along, actually? How far back did we get it? Wow. And that's just, you stopped doing that because you couldn't reach anymore. Man, you guys were blitzing through there. I love to see that. And that's, I thought we just went out of water there for a second. I was like, what happened? What happened? All right, explosives are fine. Extract is fine. Planks are fine. We're out of metal blocks. That's because this is going in. And that's just waiting on metal blocks and gears, which probably turn that off since this is finished with the sparkly planks on this end. On this side, gears are already on their way over. Metal blocks are just, we're going to have to wait a gajillion years to get that accomplished. That's okay. Okay, that's gonna have to wait, of course, because metal blocks are almost gone. Okay. Scrap. Scrap is becoming an issue. Scrap is an issue, and we need to get that rectified. I'm sorry, guys. That takes priority. That will give our guys enough time to finish pumping out the last 99 more metal blocks. That'll take a few days, actually. Maybe we can put in another smelter to help process this scrap a little bit faster. But the moment this goes in, that gives us access to the underground ruins. And that will be awesome. The problem with the underground ruins, though, is that it requires a copious amount of material to feed the system, if you will. Okay, so those are in, that's in, that's in. Okay, so let's do this. Hit that button. That should... hopefully do things correctly. So that'll stop once this side stops, and so on and so forth. And that should go into here. That'll feed off in that direction. And... maybe that's not the answer I wanted? Okay. Ooh. Why are we closed and still making a mess? Okay. We're just gonna close you for now. Yeah. The choices were made. Okay. Well, that choices were made. Boo? How is this doing, actually? We're not even filling this in because it's just full of poo water. Which is fine. That'll clean it out, I guess. We want that to happen. So we might be able to actually sneak into here. Nothing to do within range. Okay, you guys are bored. That is not good. We're officially out of scrap metal to work with on this end, but we've got these three going. So that's perfectly timed. I will call that a win there. Now, I do want to put in a zipline station on this side. That's going to cost us 20 metal blocks. But... too far? What do you mean too far? What do you mean too far? What is this? What is this? It is not too far. There. 30 meters. This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Okay? Alright. Did I lower this priority-wise? I don't believe I did. So we'll drop that priority-wise. We need to get things moving a little bit more quickly. Okay, that is clean water now. For the most part. It's still closed because contamination is at 0.9, or is it 9%? I'm sorry. 8%. That's going to take 5 years. I really need to get in here and finish this. Okay. Okay, how do we do this? So we go down like this. Okay, and we do something like that. We do something like that. We do stairs down. And that should give them access to all of that in theory, I shouldn't need to actually get back in there, right? Yeah. Yeah. That should be fine. And we can actually... We can save a little bit on the materials. And just put in a levee right there. And let's pause the game. Let's drop this down and see about saving some of these additional materials. I know that... Okay, I just need to make sure that we are blocking this off appropriately. Believe we are. And then... This side does need to go back that far. Okay. Oh. Okay. I need to somehow finagle my way down here. Like this. So that's triple. And that is... like that, and then a single, and then like that, one more down, and that should, in theory, allow us to do all of those things. Okay, so let's give this a priority over here. This I would like to get accomplished. Everything else is just gravy. This is... nice to have, right? That's a nice to have. That's a nice to have. This will help us store a lot more green or good clean water for us, and that is good. We like saving up good water, okay? All right? That means that we get to not deal with this side just filling up and just being full of poo water in perpetuity. And we should have enough material on hand for them to accomplish all of this without too much consternation. I did, however, want to check this. That's already 2, so that's perfect. That's perfectly fine. That is... got bad water trapped behind it. And that's why it's not opening. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, it's backfilling. Yeah. That is... oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Hello? Okay, that sucks. No! No! No bad tide! Bad water! No! No bad tide! Oh my goodness. Did you guys... did I ever... I did not... I keep pausing that thing. Okay, I foresee some sick beavers. And that's not good. Okay. This is going in relatively quickly, so that's good to see. That should, in theory, go in... hopefully within the next 2.5 days. We're going to plus up the work time up to 20, because I want this done yesterday. I should have done this in the first place. That would have been the smart thing to do instead of just this weird... yeah, that's what I get for doing ridiculous things. Metal blocks are going to be the limfac. Okay. Metal blocks are moving. Yeah. Metal blocks are moving. How's this coming in over here? It's moving as well. Do I need to increase the amount of builders? Do I have them maxed out? I think I do. Let's plus that up. That's already maxed out. So that is good. Okay. All right. That's done. Good. Good. No more poo water in there. That's good. And then on this end, we've got 1.5 days left. That side may not get done in time. This side probably won't get done in time. That stinks. Okay. They're working it. They've got a day and a half to put in a poop ton of stuff back here, and we just need 5 metal blocks. We have 2. Okay. Do we push through the bad tide and just accept 8 or 12? 12 beavers getting sick. I don't like that idea. I don't think I want to do that. That sounds awful. That sounds absolutely evil. Okay. Last day. 24 hours. Let's see if we can get this done. Theoretically, it should be possible. It's just a bunch of metal, or not even, yeah, it's a few logs and a few planks and a few metal blocks. We have almost all of them. We just need 2 more metal blocks. And then the rest is logs and planks. Right? You guys could do this, right? I believe in you. I believe in you. Why is this not prioritized? Priority, 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 priority. Don't do anything else. Do this. 100%. Finish this. All builders, come over here. This is all we're focusing on now, guys. Just do this. I believe in you. 0.4 days left. 0.3. It's not going to get done. Okay. Okay. They're going to go in. They're going to go throw down their last little bit of stuff. And they should not stay down there. And we'll just go ahead and rip this out. That means they can no longer get over there anymore. And we missed our opportunity to get that fixed. That stinks. I am not happy with that. That really does stink. But it's fine. That is fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. As long as this side is filling in with good water, I'm happy about that. I just need to figure out this side. I want to fill this in, but I don't want to fill it in. Can we do 0.7 or 0.5? Maybe we do 0.5. We'll do 0.5 here. And then we'll do 0.5 here. So now if it sloshes back and forth a tad bit, it won't cause too much of an issue. Okay, maybe I lied. Do I need that there? I do not. Okay. We could put sluice gates right there. Okay. Yeah, it's working now. Downstream depth is 0.86. You're at 0.53. You're at 0.51. So that'll dump water into here. That'll dump water in there. Okay. Good. 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 Now, what we do is we close this. And then we come down here and we rip this out. And we put in sluice gates here. Which looks something like this. And that provides us the ability to feed this with this. And then we're constantly filled, theoretically. Okay, you guys stop being hungry and thirsty. Go stop being hungry and thirsty. All right, I'm gonna pause one of you guys. We're doing just fine. Have you guys been putting metal blocks into this? Now I'm not happy with y'all. Okay? Bad beavers. Bad beavers. Okay, cool. Okay. So that is that. Can't really take that out without causing a problem for all this. But that should go in relatively quickly. Look at that. It's already in. They just need to smack it once. There we go. Let's go ahead. Do the same thing over here. Let's give that a priority. We should have a... Okay, apparently I was incorrect in that assumption that we'd have enough paper for that. Oops. Come on. Okay, well, darn. That was silly. But this is good. Look at all this water we have stored up here. I love it. There's so much water in here. And we've got water in here. And this is all irrigated. And we can even expand this irrigation out to here. And Valley Girl shadows should never exist ever again. Like, duh. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see here. I kind of want to backfill this because that'll provide irrigation for a lot of this. So that's free, right? We don't have to do anything crazy back there. I'm happy with that. This is slowly going in. Again, metal blocks are our lymphac. I did want to put in another... I want you gone. We're going to pause our paper production. Hold up, let's check this. It's 30 pieces of paper. We have 27. So we'll have to wait until we're at 30 to actually replace this with a large windmill. But we're going to have to wait until the next day because it's middle of the night. Boo! But it's okay. We have some nice large windmills going in. We have a large pile of water here in. We've got this in, so that is good to see. We could take advantage of this, actually. Just don't have a way to run that power back there very easily. That's a good chunk of juice running over that area. And even during a bad tide, or during a temperate cycle, this is going to be running. I should take advantage of that. And I should probably... Nah, I'm not going to mess with that. That's fine. That's okay. That's totally okay. Let's see here. I don't think we need any of this down here anymore, honestly. Which is perfectly fine. Okay. Let's click that button again. How is this coming along? That is in. So we can actually do this over here. So we want downstream depth of 0.6. I think, or 0.5. Just think that should be good enough. If it overflows, then that's okay. I'm all right with that. And then we can come over here and we can hit this auto button again. That'll fill in this side. This side should open. Probably drop this to 0.5, honestly. Yeah, 0.5. That'll fill in this side. That will fill that side in turn, stopping once it reaches this height, right? This dam height should tell this side to stop, which it has. And that should tell this side to stop, which it has. Yes, it has. This side should close, and then in theory that side should close. And yeah, constant cycle of closing and opening sluice gates are working as advertised. Oh my god. Okay, you just need to open. Just open. Open. Why? 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 There was all my clean water in there, and now it's all poopy water. Okay, what the heck happened here? I had the wrong button. Close below contamination. Yeah. Did I have the wrong button selected? I did, didn't I? Okay. What do I do with all of that? I'm gonna have to pump it out, or... How deep is that? That's bad. I can't believe I did that. I can believe I've done that because I did that a couple times now. Darn it! Boo on me for doing bad boo-boo things. I hate it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Two things. I want more storage for paper. Just a little bit more storage for paper. Paper storage. You guys come build that. I don't think you're building anything else right now. You're just basically waiting for me to give you direction. This is just waiting on metal blocks, like everything else is waiting on metal blocks. Maybe we could do here. What about this? Is this ridiculous? Probably. I wanted to do it anyway, so we're going to do it anyway. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we do levees right there and right there. And then right here. And then we run... Come on, give it to me. There we go. Okay, and then we run power along the front end or around here. We do like this. We go up, 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 and then go ahead and remove that. And we grab one of these bad Johnnies right here. That should be more than enough. And we'll grab this. We'll grab this, actually. We'll grab this smelter. We'll throw that in right there, and then we will connect these up like such as. Now, is that excessive? Yes. Am I here for it? Yes. Does it make me happy? Yes. Don't need that there. Can they reach this? Allegedly they can. So I'll call that a win. Did they already put that in? Can they reach that? No, they cannot reach that. Do I blast down to get access to that? Yes. I think that's the answer. We'll just blast this out. And that gives us access to that quarter. And then we could probably do the same on this side as well. Why not? Well, we don't need to. Honestly, we just needed to funnel the bad tide through there. Cool. That'll get done. That'll get knocked out. Go ahead and give this a... I know it's already the only thing that they can actually work on right now, but it just makes me feel better, okay? Be directive. All right. We're providing direction for our colony, okay? And that would be a good beaver overlord if I didn't provide that kind of direction, all right? Additionally, I want to come over here still and replace this one with that right there. And that should get done as well. That's it. Explosive just needs them to come smack it once and then that'll be done. Of course, they're not going to smack it anytime soon because that would be what I want them to do as opposed to doing, well, everything else is a priority. So, of course, that's what's going to happen there. But this is fine. There we go. We can hit that button. Now they can build that. Which then in turn turns into power being transferred appropriately between this front end and those guys right there, which is what we need. We could even maybe expand this right here and toss in an additional smelter. And that'll help things move along a little bit faster, you know? Maybe we'll do that. And do smelter or scrap collection on that side. Then we go ahead and remove those two, and then we put in another smelter. Why not? Why not? There. That should be enough power between those four to feed enough power to this smelter here. So that should be good. Don't think I need that many scavenger flags running right there though, and we can already go ahead and toss in a pile right there for scrap, and then another pile right there for, so we'll swap that. We'll do metal blocks there and then scrap there. Now we're moving in the positive direction a little bit. And yeah. Great. Beautiful. That's what we want. Things are moving positively. How is this moving at all? Okay. We added a few more metal blocks. Now we're just waiting on the last 47 of those to rock and roll. This is actively doing the things that we want it to be doing. This is still backfilling in here, so all of this is staying well irrigated. And if we needed to, for water collection purposes, we could start opening this up and start pumping all that out. But it's moving. It's grooving, and I'm happy to see that. And that makes me a happy beaver overlord. All right, sweet. Let's pull this back down to 2 so we can get more haulers moving. I think we can leave those guys running. We're full on planks, so we could probably pause a couple of these guys since we're not building with planks currently. Still have a bunch available to us, and we have a bunch down here, so that is totally acceptable. I'm happy about that. Next, we can get in here and start tearing these out. I feel like these are useless to us. And the moment these all go in, this is all definitely useless to us. We can actually fill this or use this real estate for productive things like food production or tree production or anything else in the world other than what it's being currently used for. Because right now it's basically useless to us. And I don't like useless pieces of real estate. Let's go ahead and grab that, rip that out. Go ahead and throw in another one of these. How are we doing maple pastry storage? We don't have any maple pastry storage, so let's put one in. Are these all full down here? Let's change this to... Let's see. You are just waiting on wheat flour. Are we just burning through our wheat flour too fast? No, we're not even burning through our... We need more bakeries? Is that what we need? You want to make bread. Do I have bread being made? I do have bread being made. Okay. Bread is maxed out. So that is good. What is your deal? You have plenty of wheat flour. No, I don't want to prioritize that to obtain. You've got plenty of maple syrup, so you're fine. We're going to click this button here. And you'll be an obtain button, and then you'll be supply up here. We won't prioritize that for anything because there's no need for that. And I love it. You are no longer needed, so we can clear you out. We can come in here and check in how this is coming along, though. That is coming along quite nicely. I love to see that. So we can grab this bad Johnny, rip that back, and let them keep working their way forward. Knowing full well that we're not going to blast that one, and that one out until the end of this bad tide. We have an unconnected building. It's done! Oh, heck yeah! Oh, heck yeah! Oh, I'm so happy about that. Okay. Sweet. Now, we're going to have to pump this out. Because reasons, right? We're going to have to continue or build a bunch of these bad water pumps at differing levels to get down to clear the rest of this out. Is that has capped it. But that doesn't mean that the water just disappears, right? Because, duh. So that is cool. That is good. I love to see that. I love to see that. I don't want to build down into there either because there's no need for that. We can come over here and click this button though. Do we have 4,000 science? We do have 4,000 science. We do have enough sparkly planks for this. We do have enough gears for this. And we do have enough logs for this. So let's go ahead and unlock that. Go there. And what we can do is... we should be cleared to actually grab this. Grab that. And then we just wrap all the way around here. And they should be able to reach that once they get this in. And we can change this from metal blocks to logs. And that still is good enough for all of those things. Now, the question is, what does this require as far as material? It turns sparkly planks into scrap metal. Cool. We have sparkly planks. We don't have a massive supply of sparkly planks, but we do have sparkly planks. So that is good. That is good. I love it. That is the end of our bad tide, though, so that is also good to see. That is fantastic to see. That is beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now, once this is all cleared out, and that's just all of this back here flowing out, right? We have so many metal blocks being made now. I love it. Love it. I love that this is so full of... What are they doing? What are they doing? Are you guys picking up all these planks? Are you guys being good about your plank storage? Aw, I appreciate that. We'll wait a little bit more to get in there. Help clean up a little bit more of that. This is doing fine. Metal production is going good, going strong there. Yeah, I really wish I had put this in properly instead of building it like I had, so this I'm not having to fight and wait for stuff to happen. You're flooded, I know. Unconnected, I know. Lacks materials. Spatterdock. Did I not... why am I backwards? I'm backwards. There. I never unpaused that. Sorry, guys. Sorry. There we go. 300 beavers, flooded building. Yeah, I know. They're going to pump that out some more. That's already in. That is too far from district. What do you mean too far from district? You can reach it from there. Huh? Oh, you... Okay. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, game. I see you. My goodness. Okay, I think what we do here, just rip this out and let that dump out. There's not much else I can do about that. It'll eventually... Okay. Well, thank you there, game. I appreciate your help here. Okay, we've got 3 days left to finish the rest of this. This, we can actually click this button right here. Contamination behind it's at 40%. Okay, we're going to have some sick beavers from this. We're going to have some sick beavers, and that stinks, but I want to get it done. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Your sacrifice should not be in vain. Oh, I do need to actually... Well, that's fine. That's enough. Okay, let's click that button. That is getting done relatively quickly. I love to see it. Good. We're going to have some sick beavers here soon, but they're working. We're going to plus up the work time. We're going to go 24 hours for the next couple of days. Don't know if they're going to be able to get this completed in time, but we're going to race against time here. We're going to race against time, and I believe in our beavers. They are the greatest of all beavers. They are amazing at everything that they do. There's nothing that stands in their way that they cannot accomplish. They have the backing of the greatest beaver overlord. They have the backing of Spatterdock and delicious things. I believe in them, okay? And you should too. I believe in them. Does that not go far enough back? It does? Okay. Day and a half left. Come on, guys. I believe in you. Okay, no one's sick yet. Kimmy grew up. I mean, Kimmy's probably... This is the only time Kimmy has a positive social score or social life is when she just grows up, and then she never goes back out to be social ever again. So, there's that. But it's okay, Kimmy. It's okay. We still appreciate you. Okay, last couple of pieces. They can't reach that one? Why can't you reach that one? Oh, because that one's not done. Okay, this is fine. We've got a day left. You guys are almost done. You guys are almost done. Last couple of pieces to go. Okay, good job, good job. I know you guys are hungry, and I know you're thirsty. Last little bit. Last little bit, guys. That one needs 2 more logs. That one needs to be slapped. That one needs 8 more logs. That one needs 10 more logs. Okay, we're pushing through. We're pushing through, guys. I believe in you. Half a day left. Half a day. Okay? Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. 0.4 days. I believe in you guys. Last one. Last one. It just needs 4 more logs, guys. 4 more logs. There it is. 2 more logs. Are you going to finish it? No, you're going to run away. Come on. 0.2 days. 0.2 days. Come on. Come on. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Come on. There it is. There it is. It's done. It's done. Ha ha! Beautiful. That should be good. Should be good. Okay, hold up. So we want this to close below contamination of 0.1, right? We want this to do the same. Yes. Right? you're closed. Why are you closed? Okay, that button. Duh. Okay, good. We're not having any explosions anywhere with poo water going everywhere, so that's good. Okay, good. So we should no longer have to deal with this problem ever again. Now it's just only poo water that goes out this side, and no longer will we have to deal with the clean water filling up this back end. Great. I love it. I'm happy about this. That is everything I hoped for. 28-day bad tide, though. Or 28-day bad tide. It's a good thing we prepped. It is a good thing we prepped. It is a very good thing that we prepped. Okay, how are we doing down here? Last couple pieces left in here. And then we'll have to... I wonder. Probably can't do anything. No, they're not going to be able to do anything else back there. But we'll go ahead. We'll finish the episode there while these guys finish off the last couple of explosions back here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit that like button. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I would appreciate that too. I hope you guys had a fantastic day wherever you're in the world, wherever your day takes you. I do hope it finds you well and safe, and hopefully we can catch you on the flip side. But I'm going to get out of here. I need to go to the store and do adult things because it's, well, it's one of those days. Stay safe out there. Stay thirsty, my friends, and keep rocking in the free world. We'll catch you all on the flip side. I'm out. See ya!